welcome back. Deck Hockey Focus here checking in. Summer is rapidly approaching.
It is.
And so is our favorite time of the year.
It's
time for us to start our USA coverage for the 3-on-3, the young kids, the men's, the women's, everything. So this is going to start off. We've got a handful of interviews coming out with not only some young guys, but some of the older guys as well. And so we're going to lead with our star here today.
Absolutely.
So we got a big name on the phone, Jack. Who do we have?
We have Nick Carter coming in from Mass. Nick, how's it going, buddy?
What's going on? How we doing?
Doing well.
Doing well. So you are one of the captains of the men's team coming up, playing in the 5-on-5s there over in Slovakia coming up. But before we dive too much into the patriotic side of things, let's get to know you a little bit better. How did you get your start with the game of ball hockey? Did you grow up playing ice? Are you a multi-sport guy? And what sort of led you to, I guess, playing the high level of ball hockey?
Yeah, so I started pretty much as just every other kid. Got put on skates at like 2-3 years old. Always grew up playing ice hockey. Then come the summer times when we didn't have ice time, got thrown on a rink and start stick-handling with a ball. So that's how every kid pretty much grew up, especially in the street, in the old school. But it's from there. Growing up, started playing competitively, like 8-9 years old. Traveled all across the country, whatnot. Then building up through high school, playing football, hockey, lacrosse, and then going to college for ice hockey, roller hockey. So continued that throughout college, and then just continuing playing ball hockey year round. Just Leominster's a big hub for that, so get to play all the time, so it's great.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you have represented Team USA in the past, correct? So tell us maybe about how that jumping off point came the first time you actually got to represent, I guess was probably juniors.
Yeah, so 2010, we actually went to Austria, which was amazing. It was a good starting point for us. We didn't have I guess a lot of structure on that one, but it was like the first time of us all coming together. We knew who each other were, especially for guys that were on the team. But it was definitely a different world, because I think that was like the first time we really even played ball hockey. So we're always used to deck hockey. So there's slight rule changes there, but playing ball hockey, and especially just playing against the different styles, like the European style over there, it's totally different than what we were used to. In that first one in 2010, we actually lost in the bronze medal game in a shootout. So it was a tough loss, but in 2012 in Czech Republic, we actually beat the same team for the bronze medal game. So
nice.
Got some little revenge there, and then going forward to the men's team in 2013, and then 2017, 2 years ago.
Nice. So outside of Slovakia coming up at the end of the month, the 3-on-3 U19, U17 is actually going to Montreal to play as well. With this coming into your fifth, time wearing the Team USA jersey, do you have any advice for these kids on what they can expect, or, what they should anticipate playing on the world stage?
Yeah, it's definitely, you're never going to be able to fully prepare for it. It's always, the hype is so real there. Even especially when they have fans there. Playing in like these tournaments, you never really play in front of thousands of fans, and then going there and seeing that, it's surreal. Like you feel like a professional over there. So it's definitely a different style, and you get the nerves out in the first few shifts, but just if you keep playing your game and keep going at it, it's the funnest time ever. We all have a blast. So.
Well, that's fantastic. It's great to see the game grow, and it seems like we got a lot of good young guys coming up that are going to be eventually wearing these guys hand-me-down jerseys for the big boys there. But so you're a big strength and conditioning guy. I'm sure that's something that you've brought to your play, as we do see it gets quite physical there, and that's something that we maybe tell the young guys that there's no substitute for hard work in the gym. But can you speak maybe a little bit to some of the off-ice training things, or some things that you guys have going on there? Because I know that you're pretty heavily involved in that, correct?
Yeah, so me and Jason Daly, who was actually out of Robert Morris University, he helped put together a strength conditioning program for our team, just doing like off-ice workouts, obviously, in the gym. And I think it was like a 3 or 4 month program, so we've had it for a good amount of time, but just getting them in that high-intensity shape. Again, like you said, you can't really prepare for what's going to come over there, but just to get your body in the best shape as you possibly can, especially conditioning-wise, that high-intensity So it's just mentally and physically preparing. And once we got that going, I mean, a lot of the guys started to follow it. So, and yeah, we'll see how it goes over there.
Well, it's all about preparation, right? So
Yeah.
as individuals, you're talking about the gym workouts and having that fitness plan coming in, but as a team, what's kind of been the preparation to prepare?
I would say focus on speed. I mean, we're definitely not going to be the biggest team there, but we're certainly going to be the fastest team. So, I mean, we have a lot of younger guys on the team this year, and we're going to bring a lot of speed to that tournament. So, focusing on that, and I think we'll do pretty good.
I like it. So, just as a quick background in your experience with the men's level, in 2015, USA brought home a silver. 2017 was at 5th place. What are you looking forward to do in 2019?
For gold. I mean, that's our mentality. I mean, that's what every team is going for. So you can't really say otherwise. But I mean, that's what we're gonna take it day by day, game by game. I mean, we got a tough first 2 matchups, but I mean, that's how you win those tournaments. So we got to take it from game 1.
Well, and speaking of those matchups, what are there any teams that you guys are maybe going to see again that you've seen in the past that you can maybe prepare for and say, we did this well last year, or maybe, we need to contain their offense, something like that. If you're seeing Canada for another time, or I know you guys have played Greece and a number of other teams there, but are there any going to be familiar faces that you guys maybe have a chip on your shoulder and getting kind of hyped up for?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously we play the Czechs. I mean, we had a huge game against them 2 years ago. And then the Slovaks. I mean, that's our first 2 matchups. So those are the 1-2 punch right there. So especially, I know the guys that were on the team in 2015 want some revenge. So we'll definitely be bringing that for them. But after that, I mean, we have Finland, who we've never really played before. So be interesting to see how that goes. But like I said, just got to take it game by game and take it from there.
Well, we'll be definitely tuning in. We'll be rooting you guys on, and we have high expectations, but I think you guys are more than capable. But before we let you go, we've got 2 questions for you. First, we need a prediction because we see that jersey on the back wall. We need a prediction for the Stanley Cup. Who's going to win? How many games? And then we need to know, I guess you already mentioned the gold for the USA, so we can probably let you pass on that one. But how's it looking for the Stanley Cup?
Well, I got Bruins in 5? So they can take it at home.
I like that.
We let St. Louis win one so that they can win it at home. So.
Well, you have to. It's good for the TV. It's good for morale. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. We do appreciate you stopping in. Like I said, we were going to have periodically more interviews with maybe some of the young guys, maybe some of the coaching staff. We'll kind of see how things shake out. But we're really going to pick up the USA coverage there as we lead into, I guess, what do we have? Montreal and
Košice, Slovakia.
Right.
Montreal, we have U19, U17 3-on-3. And then in Slovakia, we have the men's and women's 5-on-5.
Yep. So stay tuned to Deck Hockey Focus. We're going to have tons and tons of USA coverage. We're going to be your number 1 source for all of that stuff. So stay tuned.